What up, everybody? Charlie B back in the building. You know how Charlie B do. Welcome to Bizarreville. You know when Tim shoot a week show. Back in the day, I used to do this thing where I'd be like, okay, that was weak. I ain't feel like I gave my people what they needed, so I gotta come back and give them something else. I'm gonna start doing that again. You feel me? Now, this is Vault, right? And I was gonna say this, but the show was so bad today, I feel like I need to give y'all something that y'all really gonna be able to be like, Charlie B, I'm done. Alright? Now, you know this is Bizarreville, so I do things strategically. I don't do things like everybody else does. Right? So you remember the episode when Megan was telling me, I'm not letting go of this grass. It looked like she's about to have a nervous breakdown. Remember that? Alright, I'm gonna show you an episode where Tim responds to this. Okay? Now, Tim's gonna answer, especially to the newcomers and everything like that, to Peanut Gang. Y'all been Charlie B, this and that, this and that. Why you feel this way, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Y'all gonna see here, number one, he's gonna basically say, church don't work. He's gonna basically say, listen to what I'm saying here. He's gonna say Megan's problem now, the reason she was breaking down like that, is because she went to church all her life. And she don't understand his new version of this, allegedly. Right? Because he's so strong with God, she didn't understand that God told him to change the book. He's gonna say this, allegedly. Right? Okay. Where else are we going? Okay, you remember Jump Back when he said his basically he was working under the table and everything for his dad and he wasn't making enough money and then he went to Jackson and all that. Remember that? Jump Back. For the true Peanut Gang that been rocking with that brother before y'all realized he was foul. Remember when he said that? I have the video. Remember when he said, I wasn't making enough money so I went to Jackson to pursue other things? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'll wait on that one, right? Now in this video, he's about to tell you how he got straight out of jail and him and his daddy, basically, that was their business. That the business his dad had that he was working under the table for, Jump Back. He's going to tell you in this video, oh, that was their whole business. That was their business, like he was on paperwork and stuff. I guess this is one of the alleged businesses he had while he was cutting hair and doing all this other stuff while Megan was working, and we try to say, Tim, you wasn't working nowhere. But in this video, he's going to tell you that him and his daddy shared that business. It was theirs. And he had been working there even before he went to jail. Right? Okay, if this is the case, why was you robbing people? If you was working with your dad, y'all had y'all's own business before you did what you did. That means you had a job at the place you robbed, allegedly, and you were working with your dad and y'all shared a business. You're a liar. Right? Okay, now this show is going to be about how he feels about what Megan said. And when you see this, he's going to tell you about how he don't care about the church or nothing. Because God didn't tell him that way. He's built different than all of us. Okay? Let's get it, let's go, man. It's going to be real deep. I hope y'all like the Vault tonight. I hear y'all like the Vault. So, more Vault when you do this, Tim. When you start scamming your people, show another video of you talking, oh, we ain't doing nothing this week. We just gonna clean up and y'all gonna watch this. And then Charlie B gonna drop Vault Heat to make you look like an idiot. Are you ready to go, bruh? Because after tonight, there's gonna be some BTM members that's gonna say and realize, I don't know what I've been watching. I don't know why I've been doing this. And this is real bad. Are y'all ready? Let's get it, let's go, man. And when we do this, please like, comment, subscribe, because right now, tonight, from the Vault, Charlie B on one.
Actually, I wanted to pick y'all up because I was on break, because I edited last night that video that Megan did when she was coming clean, you know, the IAG Farm Mama. And actually, Megan has a blog, and she writes all these things in her blog. And every now and then I go into the blog and read what's going on. And I didn't know anything about it, you know, because I know a lot of people think like Tim told Megan to say all that stuff. It's like, you're wrong.
Okay, Peanut Gang, probably won't be too many jokey jokes, and I might have my brother step in. You feel me? Because this is the point I'm trying to make. This was over a year ago, right? Okay? Now, he's talking about over a year ago before Charlie B, anybody ever had anything to say about this brother. He's bringing up stuff that he feels like in the comments he don't like already, yes or no? This is over a year ago. Nobody was talking about him over a year ago. Right? So, the comments was getting on his nerves back then. That's why he cut him off. Quit letting him say it was all this other stuff. Let's go, man.
For real. It's like, let Megan be Megan. Let her confess her sins and, you know, get herself right with the Lord. Like I said, I'm just lightheartedly speaking about it. Like I said, hopefully I don't think that I'm taking it lightly, though. Like I said, I'm just more of a free spirit. You know, Megan might not be as much of a free spirit. She may be like a thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like I just go and get it done. For real.
No jokey joke here, Tim. How can you just say and proclaim yourself, I'm just free spirit, I just go. But then you jump back and say, oh, I talk to God and he tells me what to do.
Think about it later. But, you know, Megan, she wrote the blog and I read the blog and I was like, man, this is amazing. And I was like, man, you should share this like on the YouTube channel, like because this can help somebody, you know, because, you know, it's just, that's what we're here for. We're here to encourage people, you know, it's all about God, you know, it's not just all about feeding.
No more jokey joke. Tim, it's not all about God. It's all about you trying to save face because you know everybody could tell y'all had a problem yesterday and allegedly, well, not yesterday. Well, when that day that happened, y'all had a problem. And that was the day that even if you did tell her that she needed to film this, that was the day she chose to because y'all was beefing allegedly. Yes or no? Yes or no? I'll wait. Does that look like a woman that wrote that months ago? If she did write it months ago, right? Does that look like a woman that wrote that months ago? Did she conjure up this emotion and how she was looking in her face and her eyes and how she looked like she was ready to break down and cry? If that's the case, you are basically and allegedly just saying right now, your wife was one of the best actresses on the planet. Now, Tim, I'm telling you now, keep pulling this and playing your people and playing raggedy videos. So I think I'm up to what? Number 3 or 4 right now on everything Peanut Gang been asking me about you. And it's just gonna get worse the whole show. I'm breaking you down, bro. Because you sit up here and you know people are gonna watch you because they just love the antics. Right? They wanna see the boys achieve and go to Disney. And then you sit up here and tell them, oh, y'all won't say that for another 2 months. Month, whatever. You foul, bro. Whole show alleged. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Animals and not all about restoring houses and all that type of stuff. Not all about renovating or developing a resurrection ranch so grandma can live there. It's about glorifying Jesus. And so she shared.
Did y'all catch that? It's out of his own mouth. It's not about resurrection ranch. It's about nothing. It's not about your mama. It never has been, has it? Is that number 5, 4 or 5, y'all? I'm lost count. Y'all keep up. It never been about your mama, has it? It's about you lying and saying allegedly you're glorifying God, but all you're glorifying is money. And now what you're doing is trying to save face and about to say, I think I need to tell my story. Why? Megan's already told hers. Now you're trying to bounce back and tell everybody what Megan actually meant when Megan was saying this. And that day she wasn't talking about that day. She was talking about years ago when y'all was in Jackson. And that makes no sense, bro. That makes no sense. And by the end of this, you're going to look like, allegedly, a man that maybe puts on your woman. I ain't say nothing.
And as because I edited it, like I said, late last night, and I was, editing it, and I wasn't even really paying a whole lot of attention to it. But I watched the video today as I was on my break, and I was thinking, I said, it would be a beautiful thing if I told my side.
Okay, this is what irritates me. Number one, you have no job. Where are you on break from? Grandma Lily's. I know that's what you're trying to say. But okay. Number two, with this one, because I know I'm up to 5 or 6 on just roasting the brother. On this one right here, number two, you edited that whole video and you never noticed nothing your wife said. You just made that statement out of your mouth. After the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong. How can you stay around?
Of the story, like what was going on with me, like spiritually, mentally, you know, during those times that Megan was talking about when she didn't quite understand the vision that the Lord was giving us and all the details. But now at this point, she sees like the fruit that season and the faithfulness that was displayed, you know, by me in that season.
Thank you. What we up to 6 or 7? The faith that was displayed in him in that season. Did he just tell you allegedly his wife did not agree? But now she see all the paper dollar bills, y'all. She understand now. I bet she understand now. Because the faith I had in the Lord. She understands. She see the fruit. Did y'all catch that? What fruit are they seeing? They have no vegetables. They have no nothing. What fruit are they seeing? Money. What Juvenile said. I don't care what you make. Just put them in my cash bag. Look. What? What? Is that what this is? Yeah, Tim, go ahead and do your thing. I get it now. We might bust hell wide open. But while we here, oh, we gonna ball out, Tim. It's going down, as I say, Tim. And you gonna go all the way down till you burn it with gasoline draws on. Let's get it, let's go. Whole show legend, I don't know nothing.
To the Lord, like what those seeds they were planting, like what that accomplished, in other words.
Hello everybody, Professor D back in the building. Little bro need to calm down. Don't worry, there will be no me and him going at it this time. This is legit, all right? Now, with this brother coming on here spouting off all this rhetoric, right? Little bro's getting upset, and I told him he needed to calm down and get back to Charlie B, the happy brother. Not be like me, the educated one, who has no degrees in physically nothing. But I have my degrees in what I know. And I know this brother's lying to y'all. And I know this brother is allegedly about to tell you that Megan has been chained to the church like a dog. Now, I know my brother couldn't break that down to you like this, but he's gonna say, probably in the next 2 or 3 segments, Megan has been chained and leashed to the church like an animal. Now, do y'all agree with this? I got it now, Peanut Gang. So, you ready to come back, bro?
Yeah, man, this Negro just...
All right, man. All right. Love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
Yeah, I know. We'll be back.
Immediately, like the Lord was speaking to me before I was even out of prison. Like while I was in prison, the Lord was speaking to me about who he wanted me to be. And so I got out of prison like like a madman. Like I'm talking about like no foolishness. Like this is what needs to be done. I was on the mission field like day one. I'm talking about the day after I got out of prison. I was like at work, working with my dad. We had our own business. I was actually doing that type of business, that type of work with my dad before I even went to prison when I was younger, like doing tractor work and working with firewood and all type of different things.
Did he just lie? Did he just tell you that day one, I had my own business when I got out of jail? I'm not even gonna say jump back. We already talked about that. Let's go.
So I followed them out to the mission field, and they were working with this ministry in downtown Jackson. And this ministry was like I don't like the word outreach, because in my mind, this is just a level of intensity that I have. There is no such thing as outreach, or in other words, if the church is not doing outreach, what are we doing?
If the church ain't doing outreach, what are we doing? Who you reaching out to? Oh, is it YouTube? That's your outreach. Don't let nobody on the farm, don't let nobody see what you're doing. Let nobody see the pigs, what you said you was going to do. Don't let nobody from Jackson, who helped you build all that stuff up and was coming down there, come back down there to even get some produce, because you have none, or to get some meat because you have to eat it, because you're a gluttony for punishment on your own self. Now, whole show alleged. Look at this like this. Did that make any sense what he just said? He just said to y'all, basically, jump back, BTN members, in that last segment. He just basically told y'all, what are we doing?
I'm saying, so in other words, the church tries to put outreach into one corner of the church and then say we have an outreach ministry, we have a hospitality ministry, we have this, we have that. It's like, no, outreach is not a ministry, but outreach is the ministry of the church. Like, that's all Jesus told us to do, is to go ye therefore and make disciples of the nations. You know, there's nothing wrong with buildings and things like that, but Jesus says that my spirit doesn't dwell in temples made with men's hands. Like, my spirit, Jesus says, is something that's going to be moving on the go. I always tell people, G-O, go. That's 2/3 of God's name. You add a D to go, you got God. You know what I'm saying? So, ain't no God.
Okay, so now he's not even using scripture. He could use the word go and take the D off of it. He's gonna make you feel like that is scripture, and you can't go without God, so we go. What? The word is God. Don't take nothing away from it, and don't add nothing to it, brother.
Without go. But anyway, let me lie. Like I said, I'm trying to get to the part of the story where, you know, I kind of tell my perspective of the thing.
I'll give it to you again. Love when you tell the truth. Tell your perspective of the story, which is gonna have no respect for your wife.
Things that were going on during that time when Megan was telling her testimony about coming clean, because it was beautiful. It was beautiful, you know, and I forgive Megan for all the things that she's done, and I think that Megan is just working towards being delivered from those things, as far as like just growing. You know what I'm saying? I think when we talk about deliverance, we think
I can't even look women in the face right now for this man had the nerve to say that about his wife. I'm back. He had the nerve to say he forgive Megan for what? You forgive your wife for what? Because she ran out of money?
that you had to be like addicted to crack or something like that, you know, like sleeping on the streets in order to need deliverance. It's like Megan and I are a married couple, and so the statistics say that most married couples, there's a bug on my side of my face or something. The statistics say that most married couples end up getting divorced, and so as a married couple, now we have to like be intense and intentional about making sure that we're on one accord and on the same page.
Did y'all catch that? I played all that for this reason. He has to talk and finish what he's saying so it makes sense. If I cut it up too much, y'all ain't gonna get it. Okay? We gotta be on one accord. If we're not, oh, it's gotta hit home. It's gotta hit hard. Allegedly, what does that mean? Oh, my bad. Charlie B, you like to tell us stuff before it happened. Here you go.
And if anybody is offended or anybody is wronged in that situation, that needs to hit home, it needs to hit hard, hit to the core. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't need to be taken lightly, you know, and I think that that's what you all sensed in that testimony, in that.
Allegedly, what y'all just hear. Y'all seen how she was out there. That face and that look was from whatever drama she had going on that day. Yes or no, Peanut Gang? Yes or no? So, everybody come in here like, oh, we don't know what goes on in the home. We don't know what goes on in the home. Charlie B presented to you. Did he irritate her and just tell y'all what he did to her that day? Allegedly. Allegedly, did he come at her hard? Did he come at her strong? Because he felt like she was wrong that day. Or did she conjure up all them tears, all that, I'm not leaving this grass, and all that, just for that day because he told her to do it? Was that acting, or was that really Megan? Because some people came in here and said, Charlie B, I don't know if she is on something or if she's not on something. Some people came in here and said she's just ready to break down Charlie B. So if all y'all women can see that this was a real effect and push on Megan that he didn't cut out, now he's trying to fix. Did he just come in here and tell you, I went hard on her? Now, can we stop saying I allegedly don't know what goes on inside the home? We don't know if he, but we know he go hard on her, don't we, allegedly? Did he just say it for himself? What, we up to 10? This is what? 15 shows in one? Like, comment, subscribe. Charlie B on one. I tell you, Timmy, I'm on one. Timmy!
That video was Megan not taking it lightly, knowing that our marriage is a valuable thing, and then knowing that our relationship and how we interact with one another is just so valuable. You know, a guy told me one time, he said, a married couple is the most powerful thing on this earth. Nothing can stop it, you know, a married couple that's unified at least. And so I think it's
no jokey joke right here. Is this the same old Tim? I'm allegedly tell you, yeah, I got in her butt. I got on her. But now, yeah, let me tell you, a man told me a marriage is the most sacred thing. Changing the subject again. Once he done already told on himself. Quit opening your mouth. Allegedly, whole show.
What we saw in that video. Like I said, I just got done watching it really for the first time, even though I edited it, but it was late in the middle of the night and I was super tired, so I just really saw it for the first time today. So I'm really like giving my response, you know, to that video.
No. Tim, you can't play that with me. When you edit, you're looking for the messed up parts. You're looking for the breaks. You're looking for the pauses. You're going to tell me you edited a whole show, but you edited and you were so tired. I didn't see it till today. You have to do more to edit than you do when you're watching it. Come on, y'all.
The church that I was my home church. I ended up getting licensed and ordained at that church, you know, and became an official minister, you know, to where I could marry people and do all those type of things, and started our own ministry and everything. And we did that for about 10 years.
Charlie B on one tonight. I done gave how many answers and responses have I given y'all tonight? Where did Tim get his license? Where did Tim do this? He just told you. Out the back room of the church, like we said. Yes or no? They went online and got it so he could marry people, allegedly. What did y'all hear? And print him off a certificate. Now you're a minister, sir. Preach it up. What did y'all just hear? Did I answer that for y'all? Hopefully, Penny game I did.
For those who don't know, right now we're in the season to where the Lord told us to slow down. He told us to get more established as a family because we overlooked a lot of the things that normal people it's just day to day. It's like we committed ourselves to ministry and we forsook like what was going on inside of our house, our family bond, because we were so committed to ministry. And not saying that we had a bad situation going on inside our home. It was good.
Did y'all catch that? We forsook. It's forsaken. Ain't it forsaken? And isn't that a bad word? You're going to tell me that you listen to God and you treated your family bad, kinda, because you said it wasn't really that bad. So I'm going to say kinda. Just give you some leadway, brother. Forsook. It's forsaken. You don't even know the words. Are y'all catching this? But he wants you to believe that he did everything God said, but that led him to have something. He won't tell us what it is allegedly, but his family wasn't right. So then God came back to him and said, since you did all this and you treated your family bad, now take all their money and run off and get you a farm and then do anything you want to do out here. Under your new rule of my teaching you. Take my teachings, spin it around, create beast mode, and tell everybody that's cool and it's in the Bible and all that. No. Are y'all getting what's going on here? I forsook. Is it forsaken or forsook? I'm sorry. If I'm that dumb, y'all come in here and tell me. Charlie B, you need to take that back because it's forsook, not forsaken. Okay? But this is a pastor. This is y'all. That's your mans. That's your mans.
You know, because we were so focused on Jesus, so focused on ministry that we couldn't, you know, we ain't had time or energy for anything else. But so during those times, like I said,
Peanut game. Did he just say basically in that time frame, I guess that season, God told him to focus on him and let his family go astray? Is that the Lord? No.
in that city at that time, in the local body at that time, I was an evangelist. And so I would go from church to church. I would be sent to different local bodies, by my home church. And then also, different local bodies would just hear about me and hear my story. And they wanted me to come in, so they invite me in to speak. And so I would go around these different churches. And the Lord, within the midst of that process, gave me vision about the churches. And this is what it was.
Okay, I hope I didn't clickbait you. And I'm gonna let this brother talk it all the way out so y'all can't miss nothing. So he sounds like a full-fledged fool, allegedly. Are you hearing me? This is where he's gone relating Megan to being a horse or a dog and being chained to a church because his new religion is better and she don't understand it. That's why she's in the state she's in. If all y'all wonder, I don't even know if I need to do any more shows after tonight. This is one from the vault that is going to let it out there. And then I got something from Miss B to come in and rock with you with for a second to let you know just how wrong this brother is. Let's go, man.
The Lord showed me the church. He showed me this big fancy church building. And then he showed me that big fancy church building, and there was a chain that was connected to the bottom of the church building. And then at the bottom of that chain, like the end of the chain at least, the chain was connected to the ground. I don't know if you've ever seen like a chain, like some people out here have horses on those type chains, and the horse can only go around in a small little circle and eat grass. Or some people do their dogs like that, and then the dog can only go so far in a small little circle. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's what the Lord showed me. He showed me that the church, the body of Christ, not the building, but the people. He just showed me the building as a physical example so that I can know what he was talking about. But he showed me the church, the building, or the church, not the building, the people. And he said that we were being restricted or restrained. And he said that he wanted us to be set free. And what he meant is that he wanted the churches to go out into the neighborhoods and the community around the church. Like, because the Lord had me drive through a neighborhood one day. And there was this big fancy church, and there were actually churches on every corner. And in that neighborhood, the neighborhood was just falling apart. It was like extreme poverty in the neighborhood, but the church was like thriving. And the Lord was saying that he wanted these thriving churches, or churches that looked as if they were thriving. There's more revelation about that as well, but I can only speak about so much in one video. But as far as this part of the revelation that he gave me, he says that this thriving church needs to go out into this polluted and what's the word I'm looking for? This thriving church needs to go out into this neighborhood that's just falling apart, that has all type of addiction, that has fatherless homes, that has prostitution, that has high divorce rates, and that really people aren't even getting married. It's just baby daddies and baby mamas. And the Lord says that this church needs to take the things that they have and go out into this community and uplift those people, and bring those people up and minister to those people, pretty much preach the gospel, bring life and life more abundant, and come against the death that the enemy, because the enemy's desire is to kill, steal, and destroy, but the Lord wants to give life and life more abundantly. And the Lord uses his desires to use the church as that vessel that carries out that abundant life, or that manifests that abundant life here on earth, that carries out his will. And so during that time, that's the time that Megan was talking about and mentioning.
Okay, BTM members who support this man, he just said all that. Did that make any sense to you? And if you say yes, this is where I'm going with it. 9 times out of 10, Megan's been in her Bible longer than you have, because she admitted it's been since kindergarten. Yes or no? So if Megan has a problem with it and Megan is confused and she's struggling and basically jumped back, said she wanted to off herself, Is that normal? I don't know why I'm laughing with that. It's not funny. But is that normal? No. Because she knows her book, and Tim is just bringing in all this demonic spirit, allegedly. And she doesn't understand it, but she's understanding the dollars. Are y'all understanding that, allegedly? Whole show.
In her talk, Megan didn't quite, the revelation, she didn't quite understand, the revelation at that point, and she didn't need to understand it.
Did y'all catch that? But now he lies and tell y'all, yeah, I don't do nothing without the kids and without Megan. We all equal around here. I don't want y'all to think it's just me. It's just not. Yeah, she ain't need to understand. You see that face? Did you see that face? Okay.
She didn't quite understand, the revelation at that point, and she didn't need to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because
did you see his eyes? She ain't need to understand. Why were you happy, and why do you know you have control over this woman, allegedly? And you just basically told everybody everything I done told y'all about how anybody on this farm other than me has some say. Yes or no? Because Megan don't need to understand what God tells you, allegedly, right? Because that's what the book says, the way you interpret it and use it in your way. But you want to sit on here now and tell everybody, no, I don't think like that. She got saved, she do this, she got resurrection camper now, she got all. No. You've already spilled the beans on yourself, bruh. It's a wrap as far as other than people that want to think like you, be like you, and be with you. Think about that one. Boom, 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 boom. Those are your followers.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how God sets it up. God spoke to Adam and told Adam what to do. You know what I'm saying? God didn't speak directly to Eve. But see, God made Eve after he told Adam what to do. And then Adam's job was to go and communicate that message to Eve. And then Eve's job was, to submit in a certain way to be a leader right alongside of her husband. And
okay, are y'all still counting how many times I done broke this brother down on what y'all wanted to know? Yes or no? Okay. You remember jump back when he talked about submission. I'm the sub, she the mission, blah, blah, blah. That's where he got that. That's why I let him talk. That's where that submission, how he changes the Bible to make it for what he wants it to be. That's where him and that submission thing comes from. Am I doing my thing tonight? Like, comment, subscribe, and share, please.
And carry that mission out. And that's where the problem came in at, is that Megan was raised in church. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that was Megan's problem. She was raised in the church. So how many of y'all were raised in the church, still believe what church taught you, still... Oh, did he just shoot himself in the foot tonight? How many of y'all believe in what the church taught you, but he just told you, with his religion and the way he thinks, that was Megan's problem. She was in the church all her life. So technically, it's him saying, if he got a problem allegedly with his wife, because she was in the church her whole life, and he has to change her. BTN, do you realize he just basically told everybody that rocks with him, he's changed y'all. Y'all rock with him in this new stuff. With Megan. Y'all might as well be Megan. Y'all ain't even for anybody who rocks with this man and ever sent him a dime, who's been in church their whole life for a long time, and y'all really believe in church, did this man just tell you you're wrong? Because over here, the way we do it, the new way of church, it's wrong. The old church is wrong. Did he just say that? Yes or no? That was Megan's problem. Whole show alleged.
She was raised in that building that had the chain connected to it that was, connected to the ground. And her whole life, all she had to do was go around in circles in that small little area. You know what I'm saying? With that one little church. You know what I'm saying? And so...
Thanks for doubling down on it, Tim. So if Tim can say his wife is equal to a horse or a dog going around that same little church. What are y'all that have your own church y'all been to for a while and y'all rock with? What are all y'all? Y'all chained to it and y'all don't know what y'all doing. And obviously y'all beat Tim and y'all support this man, so y'all done already, y'all ain't gotta come over to Tim's Styles way of preaching and the way of religion. Y'all already there. Cause y'all be upset when anybody say, quit bringing the black man down. I'm not bringing the black man down. I'm bringing somebody who's been changed the Bible, has demonic tendencies allegedly, and y'all sitting up here thinking, yeah, he a man of God. No.
But when the Lord called us to like take that chain up out the ground, and the Lord says, I'm setting you free, you know, Megan didn't quite know how to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? She didn't quite know how to respond to it. And there was a little bit of tension because you got this dude, you know, that's just on fire for the Lord, that's just passionate, just got out of prison, ready to like, you know, take on the world. And then you got Megan, who's a little bit more conservative, a little bit more dainty, you know what I'm saying? A little bit more like just thoughtful is the word I'm looking for. And I'm not thoughtful at all. I'm like, let's do it, get her done. You know?
Y'all catch it. Megan's thoughtful. I'm not thoughtful at all. Just get it done. That's where your dollars are going. That's why he can lie about being a pastor. That's why he can take your money and not care about anything you say. He just told you out of his own words, not beat around the bush. As your pastor, would you feel comfortable with your pastor telling you, I'm not thoughtful at all? Bim, 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 bim. It's the vault of beast, ain't it? As Tim would say, the vault of beast? Is that beast mode? No, it's called truth mode over here, son. You would think, I know you over there like, Charlie B beasting me up. It's beast mode. He on beast mode too. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Don't want nothing to do with it. Have nothing to do with it, ever. But my whole point is this. Truth mode is hurting you, ain't it? It's hurting you, ain't it? But you'd be so quick to be like, oh, the beast coming out of him. So come on and get mad and bring the beast out of you and show all your people that you're still angry as a pastor. Let's get it, let's go, man. Is this funny? I hope y'all don't think, oh, Charlie be mad. No. It's just at certain parts when I talk about God and stuff, oh, I'm serious. But this brother, what have y'all heard tonight? Can anybody come here and tell me, Charlie B, if this isn't one of your best shows, it's close. Thank you. Thank you. Because I done just debunked everything this brother had to say over the last, 2 or 3, 4 years? With everything he's been doing? And we're not done. Let's go, man.
I'm saying, it's like, man ain't got no business not preaching the gospel, you know, going out. Man ain't got no business just sitting inside of a church and thinking that's all right, putting on a suit and doing all that type of stuff. So, you know, there was a little bit of conflict, a little bit of headbutting, but this is the key part here.
No jokey joke here, and I'm serious. Tim, do you know how bad you just messed up? Do you know how many pastors that do dress up, preach the word every weekend, that your subscribers go see and they respect, and you just dissed them? You just dissed anybody's pastor that you got no business just staying in church dressing up and preaching the word. You saying you got to do what you do or it's wrong. Yes or no? Is that what y'all just heard? So any of y'all jump back that to send this man money and y'all have respect for y'all's pastor, he just dogged you and your pastor. Let's just be honest, he dogged you earlier when he told you y'all was chained to the church. Yes or no? So are y'all still feel like, yeah, Charlie B, I still feel like I don't understand why everybody talking about this man and he a good man of God? That means there's something wrong with you, allegedly, and I can't help.
I'm trying to pick my words wisely because I thought Megan was perfect when we got married. Like when I picked my wife. Like I had choices between like multiple women, and it's like,
Pastor, tell him that you used to be a player. You could have picked from Anybody you want. Hey, tell them how many women you had, bro.
Like I prayed about it, and I felt like the Lord, like I know the Lord specifically told me the characteristics of what He wanted my wife to have, and Megan just fit that. You know, she fit that, and so I chose Megan as my wife. And I think I thought that she was, you know, perfect at that point. Like she probably thought the same thing about me. You know what I'm saying? But as time went on and we got married, it's like things were exposed. It's like.
Now, I want y'all to know this, no jokey joke, what's going on right now, right here. He's about to make Megan look like she's a horrible person and she did something majorly wrong because allegedly the show before this, Megan went out and did all that grass and dirt holding and all that and it looked like she's about to break down and cry. So now he has to break her down and tell you how she did something so bad. Oh, his anger came back, allegedly. What'd you do with that anger? How did you approach that? We'll never know.
I had to deal with my anger issues, you know, all over again because I thought I had them all taken care of, but I had never had to deal with the anger problems in a marriage because it's different. You know what I'm saying?
No, Tim, we don't know what you're saying because allegedly you didn't tell us what Megan did. And technically, only thing you want to be able to come up here and say is basically Megan was exposed. You got mad. You didn't know how to deal with it because you was never married before, and it really irritated you. So are you saying all this to basically say whatever I do to this woman is fine because she owes me because she irritated me in the beginning because she got exposed? Narcissist at his best. I'll do whatever I want to you, allegedly, woman. Is that what we're saying? I'm not. I'm just asking. Is that what's going on in this relationship? Is that why she feeling bad? I should have never told Tim I did so and so because we'll never know what it is. And now he's just going to hold that over my head. Peanut gang, y'all come here and be like, why does this woman put up with this? Why does this woman do that? Why does this woman not approach this man? Because allegedly, with his exposing her, and he can still expose her because he hasn't yet, she don't want it, allegedly. Are y'all catching this, Peanut gang? Yes or no? Y'all come in here and tell me, did he just tell us he has something on this woman, and that's why she can't leave and she puts up with all this, allegedly? What are y'all hearing? He never told us what the exposure was, but he told us it made him so mad he had to get it together, right?
It's like when you're not sleeping next to somebody and, you know, using the same toilet and like brushing your teeth next to somebody in the morning is different. And so I had to deal with those things again, and the Lord helped me to overcome every little piece, you know, of the issues that I had in the past. And it's still stuff I have to overcome. Like I hadn't fully overcame it yet because I still yell, I still, you know, get upset and all those type of things. But
okay, Tim, you yell and you still get upset and everything, right? Okay. Is that why jump back? Like I said before, are you holding this over her head? Every time she has something on you, oh, well, when we first got together, blah, 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 blah. You just admitted you're still working on that. You not over your anger issues. Jump back. You told everybody that was out the window. You got done with that in college, right? Not college, but technically, like, I remember when people would go to jail and people like, where's so-and-so? He on vacation. You know where they at. Feel me? So your college and learning how to pimp the system with this preaching, allegedly, and I'm going to prove that. Because I'm going to wait. I'm not going to tell y'all what's going to happen because I want him to say it, and then I'm going to bust him down. And y'all going to be like, Charlie B, this is probably like number 20. You could have did 15 shows off of this one. I know. Let's get it. Let's go, man.
You know, I just do I have disciplines that I put in place to where, Lord willing, I'll never get aggressive with anybody else. Like I'll never physically harm anybody else in my life. Like the last time I put my hands on somebody and harmed somebody was when I was probably 18 years old, you know, maybe 19, somewhere in that area, you know, back when I was still in games. But I want to be like super gentle.
Okay, now I'm going to prove to you that he has lied to y'all about everything he said about him becoming, how can I say, in touch with God, right? Didn't this man allegedly say when he first walked in prison, he seen a little Bible and he picked it up and that was his pathway? And that's when he started to God? Okay, so you were still rocking with God. What did he just say the last time he hurt somebody was? How old? 19? What did he say he was involved in when that happened? Right? So was he involved in that and still a minister, learning to be a minister at the same time? I don't think so. Y'all come in and tell me what y'all think. Did he lie to you there too? Now, before we go here, I want to just talk to you, Tim, because you have this way of always saying in the Bible what women should do when it comes to basically driving them into the ground so they can support a man, right? Baby, can you read off what Larry Hognet sent us, please?
Larry Hognet
And Jay?
told us to read Proverbs 31, verses 28 through 31. Her children arise up and call her blessed.
Stop, Snoop.
Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.
Why don't you read stuff like that? It's only sub and mission and stuff like that. Charlie be out. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. Did Duvall do his thing tonight? Come in and let me know, man. Peace. I'm out.